And I'm Jen, and this is a new series I'm going to do on the channel. I'm going to go through this book. Ooh, I gotta turn that around. I'll put a picture in there. It's called Heaven Help Us, 300 Patron Saints to Call Upon for Every Occasion. And I got it at the discount bookstore. And I thought it was interesting. So I've always had a thing about like patron saints and their use in the Catholic Church and other churches and stuff like that. When I dated a Catholic, and we have a shrine here called Fatima Shrine, and there's all these saints around it and everything, and I'll try to throw a picture in a Fatima Shrine. But yeah, so I'm gonna randomly pick. There's 300 saints to choose from. So that's what I'm gonna do. I know my eye line is weird right now because I'm not used to recording on this iPad. I got a new iPad for Christmas, so yay. Okay, so I just flipped through, and funny enough, the first one I picked was Saint Sebastian. He is the patron saint of atheists. You can see here, I'll throw a screenshot in. And his story is, in the story about the patron saint of archers, see page 36, we left Saint Sebastian tied to a stake and perforated with arrows. Praetorian guard who made him their target assumed Sebastian was dead. So did everyone else who heard of his martyrdom. After sunset, a Christian woman named Irene crept into the Praetorians' camp to retrieve the body and give it a Christian burial. As Irene and her serving woman cut down Sebastian, they heard him groan. Incredibly, he was still alive. Now, there's a thing about like people being dead and being resurrected in religion. Have you heard of that? I don't know. I've heard it. Is it a new idea? Anyway, continuing. Instead of carrying him to the catacombs for burial, the two women brought Sebastian to Irene's house, where they nursed him back to health. When he was able, Sebastian went off to comfort Diocletian. He found the emperor on the steps of the imperial palace. Enraged that his former bodyguard was still alive, Diocletian demanded of his entourage, quote, "Did I not sentence this man to be shot to death with arrows?" So Diocletian was not very happy. But Sebastian answered for the emperor's courtiers. He had been made a target for archers, yes, quote, "But the Lord kept me alive so I could return and rebuke you for treating the servants of Christ so cruelly." This time Diocletian took no chances. He ordered his guards to beat Sebastian to death there on the palace steps while the emperor watched. What is going on? Why you gotta kill someone? On the steps? In front of what? I gotta figure out what Saint Sebastian did beforehand. Why Diocletian was so pissed off at him. Anyway, this time Diocletian took no chances. I read that. Once certain that Sebastian was dead, Diocletian ordered that the martyr's body be dumped into the Cloaca Maxima, Rome's main sewer. Do you know what a cloaca is? Okay, Google it right now. Cloaca. Cloaca is spelt C-L-O-A-C-A. And maxima, we all know, means big. Google it right now and come back. Okay? What's your reaction to Cloaca Maxima? Oh my god. Rome's main sewer, Cloaca Maxima. Alright, yeah, Christians recovered it and buried Sebastian in a catacomb known ever since as Saint Sebastiano. Saint Sebastian is invoked for the conversion, or at least the confounding, of atheists and all enemies of Christianity because, at the risk of his own life, he faced the persecutor and tried to persuade him to turn to God. He's the patron saint of atheists. First of all, I don't know of an atheist that's going to abide by any patron saint, if you ask me. Second of all, is this for the believers to have a patron saint to help atheists do something? To convert them? Is this like the patron saint to help you convert your atheist friend? Let's see what this guy looks like. His picture's in the book. Okay. Saint Sebastian. Here, the quote on it says, "For I am sure that neither death, nor life, nor principalities, nor powers, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God." Rome 8:38-39. I don't know what those numbers are, but I'm going to zoom in. Okay, this guy right here is Saint Sebastian. Okay, I'll take a screenshot in case you want to read it forward, because this is all reversed and I don't know why it's reversed. All right, so I'm going to cross him off, and in a few days I'll come back and do another Heaven Help Us patron saint. Where am I looking? iPad is so weird. I'm so sorry. I'm still figuring it out. So yeah, I'll include some pictures there. And what was that thing about principalities and powers? Who does that remind you of? That guy who bought a plane? Did he buy it from the Medea guy? And he was being interviewed by Entertainment Tonight or something? I'll have to look it up.
You won't fly commercial. You said that it's like getting into a tube with a bunch of demons. Why do you think that? Money did you pay for Tyler Perry's Gulfstream jet, for example?
Well, for example, that's really none of your business, but...
Isn't it the business of your donors?
Listen, Tyler's one of the greatest guys. He made that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it.
You don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Can you explain what you meant by that term then? Just
in the book of Ephesians. Oh God, I love this. We wrestle not with people, but with principalities and powers, unseen things, rulers of the darkness of this world. Talking about the devil. He's a very real devil, just the same as Jesus is a very real Lord.
I'll have to look it up. Holy crap. All right. Have a good night, guys. Hello? Yes. In a few days, we'll come back for more Heaven Help Us patron saints. Bye.